Alright, so I said that not many games were released for Kinect and that honestly it wasn't much of a gaming device like Microsoft said it was going to be, but did you know that only 22 games were ever released for the device on Xbox One? Of those 22 games, 6 of them are Just Dance. 6 of them are Just Dance, okay? 6 of them. But only 2 actually require the Kinect. The rest of them work as they do on the other platforms and don't even need the Kinect, but I assume because they are listed here mean they can use the Kinect in place of the mat or whatever the fuck you get with other consoles at this point. I don't even know. So that's interesting in and of itself, because if you take out those 6, there are not many games left. But then you get to the fact that 8 games are from a developer called Virtual Air Guitar Company. Now, they don't have a Wikipedia page. None of their games have a Wikipedia page. They don't have Metacritic ratings, and they've released one basically every year for the Kinect. They have one in 14, 15, 16, 17. They even, 17. And then, I know, because I looked up on the website, they actually have 2 games in 2017, because in December of 2017, they released a third Boom Ball for Kinect. There are 2 prior Boom Balls. I keep saying it like that because it's a strange name. Boom Ball is apparently a franchise of games where you hit a ball at stuff with your hands, and they've made mostly games for Kinect as far as I could tell from their website, which I will be showing now. But they do have one for like Intel Realsense, which is the camera that kind of doesn't necessarily work like Kinect, but it can sort of sense 3D space and that sort of thing. Like it does the face scan to log you in. You've probably seen the commercial if you're in the US with the guy from Big Bang Theory.
At Intel, they have technology you can control with gestures. Like now, she's flying a spaceship to Mars.
We're flying a plane to Detroit.
Intel, this is where it all changes.
Or whatever, where he logs into his computer with his face or some shit. But, you know, it's kind of like a Kinect. I think the Razer whatever that, Stargazer? They had a webcam at one point that, it did it. And it had Realsense built into it, but it's not like a very popular platform, so they tend to, it seems, make games for defunct motion control devices. And not even they seem very interested in the camera variety, not like the wand variety, so not like the Wii and the PlayStation Move, but the camera variety. Going through the other games, a lot of this is from Ubisoft. They have Shape Up, which I assume was an exercise game of some sort that was released in 2014. Zoo Tycoon came out in 2013, but that doesn't even require Kinect, and since then there has been a re-release of Zoo Tycoon, I know, with the launch of the X that is updated to really not require the Kinect at all. I don't even think it can use it at this point, but I'm not positive on that, but it's definitely not the intention of that re-release. Zumba Fitness World Party, which is from some unknown developer, but this is a cross release. It was released on the Wii, the Wii U, the 360, and then the Xbox One, all in 2013, so it's not like they re-released it years later, but it's not really specific to the Xbox One, and it says it requires Kinect, so I imagine it also used the 360 Kinect, so it doesn't even really probably take advantage of the better sensing of the newer Kinect that was included with the Xbox One, so I don't even know if I'd count that. There's a game on this list called Roblox Hong Kong. As far as I can tell, it's not, I mean, it says it released September 1st, 2017 and June 15, 2018, so I don't even quite know what that means. Roblox is apparently a massively multiplayer online game with creating your own games and, you know, different types of games. I don't really even get what it is exactly. It's some sort of Minecraft-y game engine looking thing, but when you look up Roblox Hong Kong, it's very hard to tell what that even is. It almost brings no good results. I will show what I found, but it's not very clear exactly what that even is. So I'm counting that in the 22 because Wikipedia counts it in the 22. Actually, Wikipedia only has 21. I found Boom Ball 3 myself, but I don't know really what that is. There's Rabid Invasion, the interactive TV show from Ubisoft back in 2014. I can only imagine how high quality that is. It just doesn't sound like a necessary piece of video gaming history, but hey, it's there. Again, you've got Kinect Sport Rivals from Rare, which was a Microsoft in-house thing. Basically Wii Sports, not really that important. Also in 2014, which you'll find that there's a weird trend here. Of the games released, the vast majority of them land in 2014, some in 2015, but not very many in 2013. So they basically launched the console with like nothing. Like Fighter Within was available at launch. Let's see here. Just Dance 2014 was, but it was already, out on previous platforms like a month or so before. So I don't even know if that counts really. And then Zoo Tycoon and Zumba Fitness World, which again was also out on the 360 Wii and Wii U prior to that. So like they launched it with nothing to do. Like I don't know how that was supposed to help it catch on, but it certainly did not work. Like that certainly isn't the direction I would head with my thing that nobody actually wants that I included in the box anyway and charged $100 for. Like, man, that's not good. And then there's Fruit Ninja Kinect 2, which apparently was released in 2017. God bless whoever did that. I don't know why. There must be some sort of market for this because people are still... There are still games that were released in 2017, unbelievably. And just based on virtual air guitar companies, like, repeated releases here, like year after year after year, 8 times, they must have been making some money, which is actually kind of surprising. I guess when you're the only thing releasing on this platform, if people have kids or they just really like the Kinect or whatever it is that is, driving them to use this platform still, like, I guess if you really like it and there's absolutely nothing being released, you just take what you can get. But I mean, they've basically killed it. Like, Just Dance doesn't require Kinect, and I don't know how you have to update Just Dance to properly, respond to what people are doing in front of the sensor. But like, the 2017 release included Kinect support, but why would you, if you have to keep updating it to like, take in the new dance moves or whatever, like why would you even do that for the next couple of releases? Because basically your market has been shut down. Like anyone who had a Kinect already and had an adapter or just had an old Xbox that didn't need the adapter can use it, but no one else can. You can't buy the Kinect anymore and you can't buy the adapters. So like, at this point, I would assume Just Dance stopped supporting it. I can't imagine virtual air guitar company is going to make that much money continuing to do this because your market is exactly what it is at this point. Not that it was probably growing, but like there's basically no potential for growth at this point in time. And, Harmonix released 2 things in 2014, but never again, which should tell you everything you need to know. Like, they're basically a dance music company. They did this, one of them with Microsoft and one of them with Disney, and neither company saw that they should, continue doing this. So it's very bizarre overall. Like, there's almost no support for this platform. It's very, very weird. Like, the list of support on the 360 is 10 times the amount. Like, it's 157. 108 actually require it, but 157 games on the 360 use the Kinect and 108 require the Kinect. Whereas the list of Xbox One Kinect games is just 22, and as I said, a good portion don't even require it. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or so don't actually require it. 4 or 5, which is a good chunk because that leaves like 15 games that actually use the Kinect like with all their heart and soul on this platform that originally, which I forgot to mention in the other video, was supposed to have the Kinect plugged in at all times. You weren't allowed to unplug it. That came in a later like change. You had to have it plugged in. They went from you have to have this device plugged in, they are one and the same. These, Xbox One is not a platform without Kinect, to we made 15 games for it and oops, fuck you, goodbye. Like, we're done with this. So very interesting indeed. I didn't even realize it was, I was thinking it was 30, 35, 36, maybe 50. No, it was 21, 22, and actually like 16 or so, which is just really remarkable. So anyways, thank you guys for checking out the aside here. Back to the other video.